Hi, I'm James Hamilton from Stumpy Nubs Woodworking Journal, and in this edition of Cool Tools, we have the most versatile set of setup bars I've ever seen, a lathe with an amazing set of features, a super duper router jig, an upgrade to a tool we featured in the past, and a pair of books you'd definitely want to check out. As always, we'll be moving quickly, so check out the links in the description below this video for more information about any cool tool you see. And if any sponsors are involved, we always disclose it at the beginning of the video, otherwise we bought the tools ourselves. Now let's get started. In past videos, we've often used setup bars for various tasks around the workshop. Some time ago, I got a new set from chipsfly.com with the most complete range of sizes I've ever seen, from 1/16 all the way up to 3 inches. These are really well thought out, including odd sizes like 15 30-seconds and 23 30-seconds for working with undersized plywood. You can combine bars to achieve just about any thickness you need for all sorts of uses. I use them to set the bit and blade heights on machines, for example. At the table saw, I can use the 1-2-3 block to precisely set the cursor on my fence, then use it to check my blade alignment. Any combination can be used to set up a bandsaw fence, and you can check that blade's alignment as well. This is a far more accurate way to set a drill press depth stop. And I regularly use them with my plunge routers. There are a million uses for these things, especially because this is by far the most complete set of sizes I have ever seen. I'll put a link in the notes below this video if you want to check them out. I hate when folks get a new tool and then they give it a review right away. So I made sure I had worked with this lathe for a while before I showed it here on Cool Tools. It's the Nova Saturn, and I think it's the perfect small shop lathe for several reasons. For one thing, it's the perfect size. It's 43 inches long, so it doesn't take up a lot of floor space. And let's face it, most hobby turners never need more than a couple feet between centers anyway. That said, it will grow with you because you can add extensions to the bed if you find yourself doing long spindles down the road. While short spindle work is the most common thing among hobby level turners, everybody loves to turn bowls. This will handle huge 16-inch bowls over the bed, and since the indexing head will rotate a full 180 degrees, you can turn up to 29-inch platters with the optional outrigger. Everything is well built and heavy. With the cast iron legs, this thing weighs over 300 pounds, which helps dampen vibrations that plague other small shop lathes. But the best part is definitely the DVR motor. This is unlike anything you've likely used before. There are no belts, no brushes, no windings. The stator is controlled by a computer which monitors the speed and the torque by firing magnetic fields inside. As you apply resistance by cutting into the wood with the tool, the motor kicks in extra power to maintain a consistent speed for a cleaner cut. If you want to change that speed, you simply turn the knob. You can go as slowly as 100 RPM or as fast as 5,000 without touching a belt because there are no belts. It's a true variable speed control with an electronic brake that stops the rotation quickly at the touch of a button, or if the lathe senses your workpiece is vibrating dangerously, or if you get a strong catch, the lathe will automatically stop. It's a great safety feature for inexperienced turners. Another great feature is the speed selection. You tell it the type of cut you intend to make and the size of the workpiece, and it will select the optimal speed for you. Of course, you can manually set it to any speed, either with the knob or the arrow buttons or with the row of customizable buttons on top, each of which may be set to 2 different speeds, giving you 10 favorites that you can quickly change between. I love this lathe, and you'll be seeing a lot of it in future videos. In the meantime, I'll link to it below this video so you can check it out for yourself. We've been working with this impressive router jig for a year now. It's intimidating to look at, but once you start using it, well, you'll see. It's called the Router Boss, and it's a precise way to guide a plunge router for almost any tasks. Take dovetails, for example. Unlike traditional router dovetail jigs that hold the workpiece stationary while you move the Router Boss moves the workpiece via a hand crank. A template tells you where to make each cut, giving you unlimited layout options. A set of guide rails adjusts to any angle, and the results are accurate and repeatable. You can also cut finger joints, mortises and tenons, plow grooves, cut profiles, even raise panels. It'll do just about anything a router table will, with the added benefit of being able to safely make climb cuts for cleaner results regardless of the grain direction. You'll see how we use the Router Boss in some projects in coming weeks. I think you're going to find this interesting, so stay tuned. I decided to bring the Fast Track tool sharpener back to Cool Tools again because they just keep making it better. It's designed to quickly sharpen chisels and plane irons to specific, repeatable angles. Under the carriage, you fit magnetic diamond plates of various grits. One side of the carriage sharpens to 25 degrees, the other to 30. Evidently, some folks wanted more options. So now they've created a set of wedge-shaped diamond plates that allow you to add or subtract 2.5 degrees to the fixed angles. For example, I can sharpen at 25 degrees and then swap plates to create a micro bevel at 27.5. Or I can use the angled plate to sharpen my primary bevel to 27.5, then remove it and use the regular plate to create a 30-degree micro bevel, or 32.5 degrees. This thing gives me a lot of options while still keeping every angle precisely repeatable for faster honing. They also have a new leather strop that attaches to the bottom of the system to finish up your edges. All these new features can be retrofitted to your existing Fast Track system. I'll link to them below this video so you can check them out. We used to do separate book review videos, but I think Cool Tools is a better place for books because some of the coolest tools around are books. This time I have two. One I consider essential to every shop and another I like for a different reason. Let's start with the Handy Shop Reference. There's an amazing amount of useful information in this compact volume. Not just the obvious math and conversion tables, though those alone make the book worth having nearby. But inside you'll also find information about using different types of wood, adhesives, abrasives, finishes, screws, router bits, hinges, plywood, joinery, you name it. It'll answer thousands of questions fast. No shop should be without it, in my opinion. The second book is for beginning woodworkers. It's called An Adventure in the Art of Woodworking. And what I especially like about it is the fact that it was written and self-published by a regular woodworker to bring his experience directly to you. You're not paying the publisher when you buy this book. The money goes to the actual author. It contains 12 projects that are designed to teach someone the basics. It's a full course in woodworking, and it's very well done. The author would have made a good shop teacher because his experience is clear in each page. If you know someone looking to get into woodworking, get them this book. You'll be glad you did. I'll link to both the Handy Shop Reference and An Adventure in the Art of Woodworking below this video. Well, that wraps up this edition of Cool Tools. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. We'll see you next time. Wait, don't go yet. If you're new here, please subscribe and remember to ring the bell. I would really appreciate that. Give us a thumbs up, or better yet, leave us a comment. I always read them. And be sure to check out the latest issue of Stumpy Nubs Woodworking Journal. It's always packed with tips, tricks, and tutorials designed to make you a better woodworker.